How's it going, folks? All right, well, I think I'm done with the practice. I can feel the brakes and stuff and the clutch overheating a little bit. So I'm going to call it a day here. One more circle, 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 one more circle. Ooh, if you hear that scraping? Yeah! All right, let's go riding. Emergency brake. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into one of those ride like pro courses they got around here. They got one in Michigan. It's trained by another law enforcement officer. I think that'd be really beneficial. I mean, I'm doing a lot better, but it'd be awesome to have a class where I could have a actual certified instructor that could definitely help me out with my techniques and stuff that I might be getting wrong, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. Just that one practice, plus I used to practice a lot when I was younger, well, years ago. But I'm really happy to know that that doing it on the DCT has translated into doing it on the Harley, and it's actually made me even better, I think, on the Harley than I would have been, because I've gotten really good with throttle control on the Goldwing. And that throttle control can really help you out really well on the slow maneuvers, and I think. I mean, I know the clutch is the most important on a bike like this, but on the Goldwing to DCT, there is no clutch. So doing slow maneuvers, from what I've read and watched and heard from other riders out there that are far superior than I am at doing it, is much more difficult on a DCT. So being able to do it on a DCT with some range of ability, and I'm not even close to being an intermediate. I'm definitely a beginner. Is it novice? The novice is not very very in depth at it. I can't remember. 519 a gallon. Oh God. Even worse than that probably, because I'm riding a 93 octane here today. I think it's beginner, intermediate, novice. Expert? I don't know. I can tell you I'm way off in the expert line. I don't feel I'm in the beginner area, like per se, like you can barely do it, but I'm not close to being expert of any kind. So I'm getting better. The improvement I see in myself after a month and a half of practice is bar none. So I can imagine if I went to a course where they actually, let you know what you're doing wrong and help you do it even more, plus you practice a good part of the day, it'd probably be amazingly better by the time I was done. I hope. So I'm going to try to get that done the next few months, see if I can find it for a course. I think it's only like $150 or $200 or something like that for the course. Ride like a pro course, and it's done right here, like within an hour of me, hour and a half of me, maybe 2 hours. This within 2 hours from me. So I think that'd be beneficial. I really ought to do a motorcycle course every year. That'd be the most beneficial. Feels good to have the old girl out again. Or the old boy. I don't know. Feels nice to be out in the wind. There's just something about this style bike that's all open like this. It's fun. It's really a lot of fun to ride. I mean, the Goldwing definitely has it beat for touring. I mean, I did lots of touring on this bike. But anymore, if I was going to go a long tour, I think the Goldwing would probably always be more or less my choice. Unless I want to do like a couple day short cruise, and it might be fun to do this. But I would definitely need to have some work done to it before I would trust it on a long road trip. And I think I'm going to also look into getting that done. I should do it myself, but time-wise and the other things, I'm thinking I'm probably going to take it in somewhere and have them do it. I got to have the shifter linkage fixed, the thing on the tranny, the primary, the transmission's got a leak on the line. Needs new brake reservoirs, needs probably new brakes, needs the brakes flushed. So it's got some stuff that needs to be done to it. Right now, it's just nice being out to ride. Time is it anyways, I wonder. I gotta check that. I don't want to be out here too long today. Or 20. Too bad. This is definitely not a highway bike anymore. I mean, it'll do highway speeds, but it'd be screaming with 5 speeds. I mean, I used to do it, obviously. But when I did it, the speed limit was 75 to 80. You got to think this is a 2006 Road King Classic. The Classics kind of left it. But it's got some age behind it. 16 years old now. And I didn't take the best care of it that I probably should. I'm going to try to remedy that over the next year or two. That was a horrible cut of a corner. It's an awesome road right here. I come out here once in a while on the Gold Wing. Does a little better probably. Got some fun curves in it for being where I'm at. Lots of fun. It's hard to think. I used to ride this everywhere. This was my daily commuter for quite a long time. There's times I rode this in the winter because I didn't have a vehicle to drive. Those years have passed, of course. It's a beautiful day. It's Sunday, by the way, the 12th, I think, of September. 12th of June, 2022. I think I might have been riding on the back brake a little too much and doing those slow maneuvers. I could really smell the brake burning. But either way. So weird not having anti-lock brakes. Glad I had the Sena with me. It's not the greatest camera, but at least it's a camera. I hadn't planned on doing a recording, but just having such a good time, I wanted to share the ride with y'all. I keep looking for 6th and 7th. It's only a 5-speed. This is the last year of the 88 cubic inch motor. Engine, I guess I should say. A motor's electric, in my humble opinion. After this, in 2007, they went with the 96 cubic inch. Now, this bike has had some work done to the engine. I've gone with bigger cams on it. I am speeding. Wow. But yeah, it's had bigger cams put in it. Stage 1, of course, exhaust, air cleaner. Had the maps done to it, so it's got the original Harley tuner in it, the one you can't buy anymore. So it's had some work done to it. Nothing serious. I never went with a stage kit, like a huge engine kit, but don't need to. I got a fast bike at home. This is just for cruising. But it sounds good having that rumble, blub, 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 because it's got the good cams in it, so it makes it sound nice. The exhaust is this pair of mufflers that a gentleman, I can't remember where they came from, I ordered them when I was in Port Huron. He basically took Harley Davidson exhaust pipes and rebaffled them. So they look stock, except for the fact the ones I had on were slashed, and these are straight, because that's what I wanted. But yeah, it's just it's a fun machine. It's a real fun machine. When I ride this, I feel more connected to the road. I don't know why. I think because you can feel everything a little bit more. And in Michigan, that's not always a good thing. Now, this is the bike, unless something catastrophic happened to it. It's not one I'm ever going to get rid of. It's just, a fun bike to ride around periodically. But I am going to have to stick some money into it, because there's some stuff that needs to be fixed on it. And probably needs the suspension upgraded, maybe. I don't know. I'm all right with the suspension, honestly, but it does need some things tightened up on it and gone through. So I'll be looking into that here shortly. I think the speed limit is 45 down through here. Here's the last sign I saw. Cemetery. Haven't been down this way in a long time. Yeah, 45. Leone Township. Been trying to get back into wearing the gear again. I gotten kind of careless with that. The riding pants are easy to put on. They're overpants, so they got armor in them. My coat always has armor in it, of course. I always wear my helmet anymore. But I hadn't been wearing the overpants. Back in your lane, Chucky. And I thought, really, I should be. One, I can wear my regular jeans to work that way, which I was doing anyways. Which is, not great in a wreck if it happens. And like they say, dress for the slide, not the ride. And I really need to remember that. I don't know. Your choice. We all have our own opinions on it. I mean, I've been riding without the stuff for a while now, but I went back into it just this last week. Just seemed like it was a good idea. That feels weird being stressed out like this. I wasn't even planning on riding today. I just happened to go, why don't we get the Road King out and take a look at it? And of course it's leaking oil out of the tranny, so I got oil in the bag to refill that when it needs it. Might ride to work here and there. It's a fun bike to ride. It's fun. Got me a free battery for it. Guy at work gave it to me. Worked out nicely. He actually, I think he said he had the old shocks off his other bike, the original shocks off the, I think he had a 2017 Ultra Limited, and I believe those will fit this bike. So I'm partially thinking about taking the air shocks off and putting those on it if he's still willing to pass those along to me. Possibility. Well, I'm going to leave this on in case anything airy happens. And I'm going to go riding around for about another 45 minutes or so and then go home. So I hope everyone out there is having a great Sunday. I hope you're staying safe, enjoying your rides. The fellas down there at the Windy Nine, hope you're doing well and enjoying your trip. Ride safe when you're together. Enjoy each other's company and enjoy the road, gentlemen. And to everyone out there watching, you enjoy yourself as well. And until next time, I will talk to you all later. Thanks for listening.